live.
Hello, everybody. A very warm welcome to all you chromatic cuties. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is our very special Honey Heist one-shot. What did we title it? I don't even know what you ended up calling it.
We called it Honey Heist with GM Sam.
No. All right. I liked what you had on like the promo though. We could call it the Candle Knight's Caper because I'm a fan of alliteration.
Nice.
So thank you very much for joining us. This is a Honey Heist one shot that is actually set during the events of episode 11 of Agora's Bells, which is one of our Wednesday campaigns that we play every other week right here at the Chromatic Chimera. I am Sam. I use they, she pronouns. I'm going to be tonight's game master. And we have with us Chris, who will be playing Tad the Sun Bear. And Chris is actually our GM for Agora's Bells. So I'm very excited to get to give him a chance to play in his own world tonight. Thank you for letting me go crazy with it.
Sure. It's made to break.
Excellent. We also have Alex as Kodiak Putin, the grizzly bear. We have Abby as Sunshine the panda. And Lucy as Sarmina the red fox. If you don't know, Honey Heist is a fantastic and very easy to play one-page RPG by Grant Howitt and is available actually for pay what you want over on his itch.io, so you should check that out and support him. We can get on started. So, we open on a cold winter's afternoon, just outside of the Bookends, on the third night of Candle Nights, which is a holiday held in the land to celebrate the powerful arch existences throughout the plane. The woods are still in silence, a glittering sheets of snow covering the forest floor. The silence is broken by the sounds of snow crunching under large padded feet. In a small clearing, the distant sound of civilization from the town of the Bookends is drifting through the frigid air, and a small gathering of furry creatures find themselves meeting face to face. And we will take a moment now as you all go around to introduce yourselves. As we go, we will roll for your roll. So everybody make sure you have a D6 ready. And why don't we begin with Chris? Give us a roll of the D6.
You got it. We got a 5 right off the bat.
5, you are the party's thief.
Of course. Frat boy thief. I love it.
You steal lamps and the precious photographs that cannot be given back.
Oh my god.
It's
That's
the
so
one thing they
good.
can't replace.
Got it already. Not even like 10 minutes in. Unexpected Millennium.
Boom. Done for the night.
Done. Quota filled. All right, Alex, give us a roll.
Kodiak Putin will be the face. Oh
The
god.
face. Oh,
Oh,
classy.
Oh no.
Abby,
no.
what's Sunshine?
Sunshine. Oh, is also the face?
So roll again.
Wait, can I roll again? I think Sunshine would make a better face than Kodiak.
That is up to you if you would like to be the face, Sunshine, or
Well, I'm either gonna be the face or this role makes me the brains. So I'm gonna.
Ooh.
Alex, you want to trade?
Sure, I'll be the brains of the operation.
Sure, so Alex is the brains, and then we have, Kodiak Putin is the brains. Which,
Very small bear.
all right. And we have Sunshine as the face, correct?
Sunshine as the face, yes.
Okay. And Sarmina, give us a roll.
I rolled face, so I'm gonna roll again.
Okay.
3, I'm the driver.
Yes!
All right, excellent.
Drive the chicken coop.
I love it so much. So as we all meet face to face, we find if you'd like to actually introduce yourselves, you can do so like in character.
Oh,
There's
sure.
a stretch of sort of awkward silence as you all enter this clearing at the same time, each coming from a different cardinal direction.
Noticing there is a stump of a large tree that was felled long ago, Kodiak Putin will approach, stand up on 2 legs, and perch one of his hind legs onto the stump in a very heroic pose. And he says to these fellow animals, "My furry compatriots, For too long have they feasted upon the honey. The bourgeoisie shall fall, and we shall feast like kings, I tell you. And Kodiak Putin's like a large brown grizzly bear who wears like a Soviet bomber hat.
Fantastic.
And has an AK-47 strapped to the side because he's Kodiak Putin.
Sure, it is a like branch,
Yeah,
a long
it's totally-
branch that is kind of shaped like a gun, so you
It's
can like.
totally a branch.
Tell us about Tad, our thief.
Well, hey, what's up? I'm Tad. I'm taking a gap year at BCU right now. Just kind of hanging out, looking for some honey. I rode through town. I work with Brody's Cheesers. I kind of follow him around, so just hanging out.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
He's a golden bear. That's about it. That's all the thought I put into it.
Excellent. Is like the sun bear patch on his chest shaped like a solo cup?
Yeah, it is now. Yes.
Hell
Well done.
yes. Yes.
Amazing.
I love this game so much.
Sarmina.
Sarmina is a fox. She is a very small, delicate, with big ears, and she's just extremely fluffy. Just so fluffy. And she's giving Kodiak Putin a look like, this might have been a mistake.
Excellent. Sunshine.
So, Sunshine is a panda, and she really doesn't like to move much. She just kind of likes to sit and eat, and she has a little fanny pack that is full of snacks. Actually, she has two fanny packs. It's like one on each side, so they're just like overlapping straps. They're almost like saddlebags. And if one of the bags runs out, she just turns and starts picking up sticks from the other bag.
So much.
She also she wears a little hat. It's just very small. It's a tiny hat.
What's it look like? What kind of hat?
So it's like a tiny little top hat.
Tiny, like a little like pillbox top hat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so freaking adorable. Yeah, in my mind's eye, by the way, this is all done in like some sort of like, I don't know, like Adventure Time, We Bears-esque like cartoon style. This is what I'm seeing as all of this is unfolding. Okay, so as you all enter this glade, staring at each other, making your introductions from across this frozen expanse, a glittering snowfall begins, and snowflakes swirl about in the center of this field, coalescing quickly into the form of a very large bear, with fur as black as the night sky and gleaming white starlight pouring from its eyes and glittering at its paws. You all do innately recognize this form as Polaris, an arch-existence who guards and protects wildlife throughout the plain. You also recognize this figure as one that's been appearing recently in dreams that brought you to this glade to begin with. And Polaris speaks to you all in a growly, gravely voice. I have brought you all here because I know you are each the best at what you do. And I have a mission for you, should you choose to accept it, to prove yourselves worthy of my favor. Yes.
Is there a choice to not accept it?
Oh, you can certainly not, if that is your choice, but you shall lose on my favor and the opportunity for some of the most delicious honey that you have ever tasted.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. The people of the town below, known as the Bookends, they are having their own celebrations of their arch existences today. As part of their festival, there will be a honey mead contest, and I want you to bring me as much of the winning honey mead as you can. In return, I shall grant you each the boon of my favor. You shall also be able to keep and enjoy as much of the honey used to create this winning mead that I know to be stored along with it that you are able to carry. You must be back here by midnight. Go now and prove your worth as the greatest creatures and criminals within the wilds of our plane. And in a gust of wind, Polaris disperses into a glittering cloud of snow and starlight, and you find yourselves once more facing each other in a once more empty field. The heist is yours.
Polaris, what about that time I got busted for not having a license for that weapon?
You just hear on the wind, it's cool.
In Soviet Russia.
Oh, so... Okay. Now, thinking takes a lot of energy.
That is why you've got me, Kodiak Putin, smartest bear in all of Siberia.
Exactly why I'm on the gap year. Really gotta refocus and re-energize, you know?
Oh. Yeah. So, what's the plan?
Well, I think we just full send. Like, we just roll in there. They probably know me. I'm kind of a big deal at BCU. I was a beer pong champ. No big deal. Or honey pong, I meant. So, yeah, they probably know who I am already. We can just kind of stroll in. Like we own the place, you know?
I think that may be a bad idea.
Like, literally roll? Like, just... I could lay down and you could just push me.
Hey, I mean, if that's how you want to play this.
We'll be caught in no time.
That might break my snacks. So, maybe
There
not.
certainly will be druids there. We cannot just roll in.
Do you think they have bamboo?
I don't know.
Well, I did learn in one of my classes that this region is known for bamboo, so I would say yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Perhaps we should get the lay of land and go and investigate city before we go and do heist. No?
It's like
Okay.
a stakeout, right? My favorite movie's Blow, so I've seen quite a few.
Alright, into the town.
Alright, I'm lost. What was the plan again?
So we're going to get the lay of the land so we can understand our personal Stalingrad. And then we are going to take honey from the bourgeoisie.
The bourgeois.
Bourgeoisie.
The bourgeoisie. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's tarps off, full send, and I'm just gonna start running.
Fantastic. So you begin to make your way through the woods. You find yourselves cresting sort of over like not a very, very high hill, but something that gives you just enough to get a good bird's eye view of the town. I'll say you're coming from the southwest because I know directions. As you enter, you see a town that is very busy and festive. You can hear even from a distance the sounds of cheerful music playing and the sounds of laughter and the talking of human voices and humanoid voices. Some of you I know are from the town of the Bookend, so you of course would have a pretty solid understanding of the lay of the land, although you may not necessarily be aware of exactly where things are happening for today's strange human events. As you begin to make your way closer to the town, you hear the gentle tinkling sound of bells on the air. And you can see from the one main entrance in the road, there is a series of brightly colored wagons that are clattering in for entertainment for the humans today. They have brightly colored paint on the sides, and you can see little like humanoid children, totally like devoid of fur. It's super weird and kind of ugly. Jump like running around and laughing as they come rolling, making their way towards the southern end of the town. How would you like to enter? You see that is the main entrance that connects to like a main road.
Are there
That's Kodiak.
like guards?
From where you are, you don't really see guards like at the entrances. It's a very busy area though, and as you get a little bit closer, you see that it's actually really common for a lot of these humans to be carrying like weapons and wearing armor and stuff, which is something you would all recognize also just from, hunters and things like that.
Hear me out. Idea.
Okay.
Steal a wagon. Ride in the town
All right.
like regular people.
Oh, I think we can wear disguises.
It's a good idea.
Okay. There is a disguise sheet in case anyone missed that.
Yes, if you would like to have like a hat for a disguise, I believe Sunshine already has a hat.
I have a hat.
We could say that like you would know just from experience, if you wear a hat, humans tend to not question your presence too much, so long as you don't, let your more animalian instincts out.
All right.
But if you're like trying to mimic being humanoid, so let's just say like, as you get more and more points into bear over a criminal, like it'll be easier for humans to be like, wait a second.
All right, friends, I got this. And he stands up on two legs. Oh, beans! Oh, moving this.
Oh,
My disguise say flower crown, please.
Beans in the chat for everybody. Beans in the chat.
Tad is gonna part his hair the opposite direction. Be like,
Nice.
I mean, what do you think? I'm more of a left part kind of guy, but right part could work here.
Oh yeah. I'm going to reach into my dress-up box of human clothes.
Yes, that we all have, of course.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to put on a very 90s tie-dyed crop top.
Yes. I can just...
Yeah, Sunshine, you picked that up like at that concert years ago where you're like scavenging for bamboo along the outskirts.
Yes. I can just picture like Sunshine's like goes up to a tree, clunk, clunk, opens up like a little like dresser drawer on it and starts putting this shirt on.
And oh, do I want the pink cowboy hat?
That is your call. You can pick whatever you want. I believe, Sarmina, you wanted a flower crown.
Do.
It is yours. You're able to sort of put one together of like pretty sort of like winter blossoms because it's winter, but you can find some. You know where to look.
Better. It's a holly crown.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. That's really nice. Into it. Okay, so you're all feeling pretty good about your humanoid disguises, tottering on your hind legs into town. Are you coming in through like the main way, or are you gonna enter through like one of the sort of like backside streets and try to sort of blend in from that way?
Ooh, blending in sounds like a good idea.
Blending in.
Yeah, blending.
But as much as bears and a fox can.
Sure. So you begin entering the town from the direction that you were coming from. You're able to find like a sort of quiet, dead-end streets that doesn't have, like any walls or big borders barring access to it from this sort of snowy, clear, fielded area. There's some trees up and about every few feet. It's not like a bit like a forest area where you are now, but there's still some sort of nature as you just on the outskirts of the town. So you enter, you find yourselves on some cobbled streets and begin making your way in deeper into the city. The further you go, once you begin to leave this sort of dead-end street that you came on, it starts to get more crowded very quickly. The smell of human food becomes overpowering and your mouth kind of waters. You can see even on the floor there's so much delicious looking garbage and like food that's been just half carelessly discarded by all these humans. It's
Mm.
pretty tempting. You where is this? As you make your way into sort of the busier sections of these streets, you do pass two humanoids. There is a woman in very heavy armor, and as you go, Sunshine, your eye definitely catches this because her arm looks like it's made out of wood, and it looks really delicious to you right now.
Man.
She is
I could-
accompanied. Yes.
Oh, I could really go for that right now. I think my snack pouch is almost out. I'll be right back, everybody. And I'm gonna start lumbering over there unless someone stops me.
Sarmina will attempt to stop Sunshine. My new mission.
Oh. Okay, remind me again. What was the plan?
We are to steal the honey mead.
Okay. All right, let's go.
You've like meandered sort of halfway towards this this woman in armor who is accompanied, you realize, by another humanoid, which is a little confusing for you to see because she looks like a cat, but it's a human. It's very strange. You're wondering for a moment if maybe this is like another creature that's like trying to pass off. But these two women are like looking very concerned at, like a little bit concerned and confused at Sarmina and Sunshine, who have just stopped in the middle of the street, and Sunshine is kind of staring at them.
I would like to use my
Yes, Kodiak.
I would like to use my terrify ability
Oh,
on these
oh, no.
people. So I'm just gonna like well up behind them and just
Sure, roll for terrify. Give me 2d6 and pick the lowest because this is your
Alright.
bear ability.
I was gonna say, is this a bear roll?
Yes, this is a roll for bear.
All right, so I picked the lower one. Oh god, I rolled 6s on 6s.
Ooh, so that would be a failure. Move a point from criminal into bear because your plan fails, and you get even more frustrated when these two humanoids just sort of like stare at you, and the cat person is just like, I think y'all need to like cut out on the drinking right now. Maybe go get like, some water or something. Fucking weirdos. Come on,
Yeah.
Adrian. And they just turn their backs and continue making their way into an apartment building that they were heading into.
And that's when you hear Kodiak is just like cursing up a storm, but to them it just sounds.
I don't know. They seem pretty cool. I'd definitely party with them. Probably beat them at Honey Pong again. But not everyone could be the champ. Anyways, where's that mead?
Are you trying to detect where the meat
am.
or the honey is? All right, roll for bear and take 2d6 and roll and pick the lowest.
I rolled 2 6s too.
That's how this night's
Oh
going.
my god.
Oh my god! All right, move a point from criminal into bear because you are also frustrated. You're trying to, you're putting your snout up into the air and. You can smell that there is honey around, but there's so many other odors and foods that smell really, really good. It's hard to isolate what direction it's coming from.
Yeah, I got nothing. Sorry, guys. We might have to eat our way through this to get rid of all the other smells. That's my only idea right now.
I'm good at that. I can eat. Do they look vaguely stick-like?
What are you looking for? Something stick-like?
He said I have to we have to eat through everything. So are there like churros? Those are stick-like.
You know what? Yeah, there are definitely some churros. But you do see there's an awful lot of humanoid pavilions and sort of like tents where this food is being served from, and these are held up by some pretty tasty-looking sticks.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
How can we read? Can we read?
No, I would say you cannot read human. You can make rolls for criminal if you would like to try to read and decipher something.
Sniff out drunk people.
Sniff out
Drunk people find the meat.
This is true.
Yeah, give me a roll for bear, or in your case, fox, And you
5.
can smell alcohol. 5. So that is a failure, I believe, right?
Yup.
All right, so same thing. The smell of alcohol is all around you. Humans really like this stuff.
Just makes my head hurt.
Only good alcohol, vodka.
I'm a fox. I'm allergic to alcohol.
Oof. You're missing out.
Should we ask somebody?
I poke the nearest person.
Sure. Let's see. You poke. Let me scroll down on my list of potential NPCs we can run into.
Poke.
No demons. I mean, I was thinking about it actually.
Yes. Yes.
Sure. What is Clara? Is she a human? I don't remember.
She's a high elf.
High elf. Yeah, so you poke a I don't know, I'm just making up a physical description now. A sort of thin, high elf. She's got sort of like graying hair, which shows, she's kind of getting up there in years, but still very spry. You tap her on the shoulder and you just hear this piercing humanoid voice, "No demons! Oh, what can I do for you?"
I pick her up.
Oh no!
I put her down next to the face of the party.
I will use my. I would like to use my feature, like distractingly adorable.
Oh yeah, that is awesome. Go for it. That is, I think, like an alternate.
Yeah,
because there's a few different versions of Honey Heist out there.
Oh, okay.
Like I know Grant's made like a few revisions and stuff to it. So I would say you could like pick either eat anything like bamboo. You can still like want to eat stuff like bamboo, but
I will still want to eat stuff like
yeah,
bamboo.
go for it. It just means like sort of the more ridiculous the thing you try, I might like just be like, that doesn't work.
It makes sense as the face that I'm going to use. Distractingly adorable.
Absolutely. So let's go with that. Give me a criminal roll.
And
or actually, yeah, give me a criminal roll, but you can use the 2D.
Okay. I got a 1, so I think that's a success.
That is a success. All right, so you are distractingly adorable.
So as Claire is put down, Sunshine will just plop on her behind and just go.
Oh, well, I mean, that is just so sweet. Are you all just like the most precious little party goers I've ever seen? What can I help you with? Mead! Oh, yeah. If you're looking for some mead, I know there's gonna be a contest starting in a little bit over near Riskers up on the northern side of town.
Riskers?
I do say.
Sunshine
Y'all ready to
will
risk
do a
it?
little, yes. Sunshine will do like a little nuzzle as a thank you.
Oh, well, that is just sweet. Well, you all enjoy, happy candle nights. No demons! She just goes off on her business.
Amazing.
All right, so are you going to make your way over towards Riskers?
Do we know which way Riskers is?
She said north.
Pointed.
Oh, she pointed. Okay, I was gonna say we're bears. We don't know which way north is.
Oh, you are able, as the sun is sort of beginning to set, you're able to look into the north, into the sky and see a gleaming star at the end of a constellation that helps point you towards the northern direction. Even as bears, you are able to follow the light of your own arch existence, Polaris, in a way. And you are able to make your way north towards town. Is there anything you want to be looking for or doing en route?
Being the brains, I want to begin looking for like a getaway.
A getaway.
Yeah,
all right.
I want to start planning the getaway because it's one thing to get the meat. We got to get the hell out of here.
It's true. The escape is important.
So I'll like start doing it in character, I suppose. And then like you can point out like this, and that. Well, friends, I think it's very important that we plan ahead. It's one thing to get the mead, but it's another to get away with the mead. Do I make sense?
Oh, I thought the plan stopped once we had it.
No, that's not how that works.
I thought we just we're gonna drink it all.
Well, we're gonna drink it all later once we get out of this place full of the bourgeoisie.
But wouldn't it be a lot easier to transport it if we drink it all first?
But the bourgeoisie is the enemy. We can't just sit there chugging mead.
Varys needs us to bring the mead to him.
Oh.
We
Okay.
can't just drink it.
Look, I'm kind of on Sunshine's team here. It'd be a lot easier to transport if it was down the gullet. Team Sunshine.
Nice.
Well, I'm Team Putin, thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Remind me again. What was the plan?
This is. You go. You riff.
So, wait, what's his face? Tad's role again. What's
I'm
your
the
role?
thief. I'm gonna be
You're the
look.
thief.
I want to start looking
Alright.
for shit to steal, but
All right.
we can
It's
finish
like
this first.
it's like that moment in Ant-Man when gosh, what's his name? I can't think of his name. It's just like
Yeah.
first, then we're gonna go blah 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 blah. I
Yeah.
can't think of his name
I'll
right
look it
now.
up. I gotta know now.
So first things first, you, and he points at Tad, you're going to be the one to sneak into Riskers and start bringing the meat out, 6-pack by 6-pack. Then I, Kodiak Putin, will be transporting 6-pack to a wagon that will be commandeered by, points at Sarmina. Sarmina, you will commandeer a wagon and you will be the one to drive the wagon in and out of town. Meanwhile, points at Sunshine. Sunshine, my dear panda evolutionary dead end, you you are going to distract the good patrons of Riskers with that adorable little face of yours.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
once-
I thought I was muted.
You're not.
Oh, and then once all the meat is loaded, I will give the symbol. And then we will make break for it.
Nice. So what me and the bros like to do before we go out for a night of crazy partying is we always want to make sure that our tummies are filled first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look out for Sunshine, the face of the organization, and I'm going to try to steal her some snacks on the way to Riskers.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to look for some snacks to steal.
Sure. Give me a roll you're looking to steal. So I'll say criminal, but give me the 2d6 in the lowest.
2. I did it.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, so you look around, and as you are getting closer to Riskers, you see actually that there are some people going around giving out free samples of honey mead. And you are able to also find some people are giving out like samples of just the honey that's being used to make it. And you are able to meander over and sort of grunt communicate getting a bunch of little sample cups.
Nice.
Because you need to have a lot of honey to sort of be able to negate a point.
Gotcha.
I'll say you just are able to take a tray from somebody.
Mine.
Wait, didn't you say you worked for some fella named Cheeser?
Yeah, he's a pretty big bro as well. Not quite as bro as Tad here, but he's pretty cool.
Well, cheese implies that he has food.
Oh, he's sold out. As to not derail the game. Some big fuzzy guy was here this morning and he was just gobbling up everything, so.
I wasn't here this morning.
Also true. Well, Sunshine here, and I'm just gonna hand Sunshine the big tray of honey. Just in case, you need a little boost.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
You're able to stick it in the little cups. You can stack them up and put them into one of your little saddle pack fanny bags. You think they might sort of get everything in there sticky, but it just means it'll be double delicious. So,
But if I already have sticks in there.
I guess you could say Tad has sticky fingers.
Nice.
Hey.
Let's see. Oh, and you were able to successfully pull off a theft, Tad, so you could move a point from bear into criminal.
Nice.
Ooh, way to go, Tad.
Thank you.
So, what do we think about the plan here?
All right. Remind me again.
And they wonder why pandas are an endangered species.
So good.
Well, first of all, okay, and then just smash cut to the same scene. Just clip me giving the plan, and then just play it again. And then telling Sunshine.
What are your numbers like? Because you do have the option to move a point from bear into criminal if you need to.
Ooh, I have a 4-2.
By doing a flashback scene, so it is up to you if you wanted to do that.
Flashback scene. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, so I'm gonna roll criminal.
You get to just move 1 point for saying it.
Okay.
And we'll say just because you already went into such great depth for the plan, it'll count. Normally, you need to sort of like remap out the flashback scene.
But it just happened.
Yeah, so I'll just say for the sake
of our wonderful audience, I will spare them my terrible shifting Russian accent.
We could do it in a nutshell flashback if you would like.
All right, in a nutshell. So, first of all,
in a nutshell, everybody do your goddamn job.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we're rolling up to Riskers slow-mo style.
Slow-mo
Peaky
style.
Blinders slow-mo style.
I like
With
it.
like some Arctic monkeys playing in the background or something.
Are there any wagons I can commandeer? We need an escaped vehicle.
Yeah, give me a criminal roll. But you are the driver, so use 2 d6.
Love it.
Because, you can recognize, like, what's going to be the fastest thing out there. Is this one got
1?
1! Excellent.
Ooh.
So you do succeed. You look around and you see there's actually a lot of wagons and carriages around right now. As you get closer to Riskers, you see that there is a big, brightly colored sort of pavilion set outside that seems to be where this contest is being set up. And around it, there, like right behind it, you see there's actually a bunch of wheelbarrows that are being used to bring kegs of mead, like, back and forth from this, like, from somewhere behind the Riskers bar to this pavilion that's set up in front. There are those wheelbarrows, and looking like sort of further back, you do see that there are some like proper wagons that are like bigger. So if you wanted to try to
that one,
Yeah,
the
what the
T-54,
hell?
I recognize it.
I'll go for a wagon.
Sure. So are you like splitting off to go and try to secure it?
Yep.
Okay. So that is your job right now. I'm just gonna sort of like shift around because I think your plan is to sort of like split up, so to speak, or
Yes.
We need an Ocean's 11 montage of each of us.
Yeah,
like,
right.
doing our-
All right, and my plan here is I want to go in, acquire a Riskers t-shirt so I look like a staff member, and then go and use those wheelbarrows to transport packs of honey and mead. That's a lot in one thing. I just want to steal a uniform.
Okay, stealing a uniform. Okay.
I'm guessing that's pretty criminal.
Yeah, we'll get to like walking through it.
Okay.
And Tad, what is your plan?
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna try to steal as much honey as I can. Probably eat half of it on the way out.
Okay.
That's a good plan.
I'm kind of like the rover. If anything goes wrong, I'm there.
All right. And Sunshine, what do you want to go do right now?
Sunshine is going to walk around and nuzzle everybody.
You're just gonna go around and be like super adorable?
Yes.
Okay.
Distractingly adorable.
All right. So let's see. You're all talking over the plan, making your way closer to Riskers, and you go to split off. Where do I want to start? I suppose. Let's do Sunshine as the distraction. Give me a roll for criminal. You are the face, but give me the 2d6 because you are also using your bear ability. Your bear ability.
I got a 1.
A 1.
Killing it.
Yeah, so you make your way into this brightly colored tent. As you get closer, you see that there is a table up on like a sort of like raised platform that has three humanoids sitting at it with like a series of like different cups and stuff, and they're tasting all of them. You see there's a sort of lavender skinned woman who has a cool sort of shiny looking arm that looks like maybe it could be delicious, but it would probably also really hurt your teeth. Along with her, as you're walking by, Tad, you're like sort of going a different direction. You actually would also like glance and you're like, oh yeah, that's Cheezer sitting in the middle of the table. That's neat. And there is a very pretty looking, I think she was an elf humanoid woman. There's like a lyre next to her at the table, and she's sort of very daintily taking like tiny sips out of everything. Sunshine, you make your way into the tent. And are you trying to like go for like the bear like adorable thing, like, oh, I'm an animal that wandered in kind of deal? Okay, so you make your way in and just sort of like flump onto your side the way a cat does when it's like being really cute and wants attention. And around you, people turn, and there's just sort of this wave of "aww" that gets like further and further out. And as you look up, you see even the people at the table who are like doing the tastings are all sort of standing and going, "Oh, that's so cute." The violet-skinned woman is like, "Is that somebody's companion? Get away from them? Is there a ranger in the house?" And as that is going on, Sarmina, you are going to acquire a wagon.
Yes.
Which was further and towards the back. So I know that Tad is trying to look for the honey. So right now you two are together. Give me a criminal roll, Sarmina, for your driver. So that's 2d6. And Tad, you are looking for the honey. So give me a detect honey roll. That's going to be a bear. A success.
Success, 1.
All right, 2 successes. So both of you can move a point from bear into criminal. And actually, Sunshine, you can also move a point from bear into criminal because the plan is going off without a hitch right now. This is working out real smooth as honey, you might say.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes for Kodiak.
Right? So, Tad, you're sniffing out the honey, and you're sort of going in the same, and as you're following the scent, you get a really strong scent of what smells like some of maybe the best honey you've ever smelled in your life. You're getting like smaller tendrils of it from some of the little like cups coming from the tent, but there's like a mother load coming from somewhere behind this building. And Sarmina, this is in the same direction as the wagons. And as you get closer, you both see behind Riskers a sort of like run-down looking shack. It's got just sort of like wood paneling walls, but there's actually a very formidable door at the front that sort of catches your eyes, Tad. There's bars going all the way down it, and there's another door right behind it. And this building actually does have some guards. And the scent of honey is coming from there. You also see that this is where the wheelbarrows seem to be going in and out from. There is one like empty wheelbarrow just kind of nearby, and then next to that shed are 2 wagons that would normally be drawn by horses, but right now it looks like maybe the horses are stabled. But you do see there are 2 wagons. There are existing a couple of kegs on each of them right now.
Could the wagon conceivably be pulled by a bear? Should I have one? And
I would say that, yeah, when the time comes, you're like, yeah, one of the bigger like bears could definitely function as pulling it.
Nice. Okay.
With your driver expertise.
Slip up into the driver's seat and wait.
All right.
Nice.
And we'll slide over to Kodiak, who is, I believe, making your way inside Riskers.
Yes. While Sunshine is being adorable AF, and everyone's like, "Oh," I'm gonna sneak up to this large, furry-looking fella who looks like he bought way too many T-shirts and try and steal a Goliath XL from him.
Excellent. Give me a roll for criminal. I would say this isn't really a brains deal, though, so you only get to roll and die.
This is more thiefy.
Yeah.
I got a 3, and my criminal is at 3.
Ah, so you do succeed. And now you can move a point from Baron to criminal, because your plan has also now gone off without a hitch, and you're just sort of trying to like steal it from this person.
Yeah, I'm just stealing it from this
All right.
bingle bopper.
Yeah, so you see this large hairy guy sitting at the bar, just like yelling about, "Oh, Baines!" 'Cause I can't do a King Jack.
Can you do that again, please?
No, Baines!
Yes.
Clip that.
Clip that. Sam says, "Oh, beans" is Kane Jazz.
I don't know if you could really say as King Jack. So you were able to just sort of be like walking by all smooth, acting like a human, and you see there's like a brightly colored, I'll say orange because what uniform at any sort of food service place can be flattering. A bright orange shirt that seems to be sort of poking out of his own fanny pack, let's say, and you're able to snag it and quickly sort of make your way. Where are you? Are you trying to stay in Riskers, or are you trying to make your way back out?
So when I go to do the slip, right, I put my hand on his back and say, "How do you do, fellow human?" And I, as I'm doing that, as he's kind of like, "What?" I slip the t-shirt and begin working my way towards those wheelbarrows to start wheeling 6 packs of honey mead to the wagon.
Fantastic. Okay, so we currently have Sunshine still in the tent rolling around being adorable, and the rest of the party is beginning to converge at these wagons. I guess this is as good a time as any to go ahead and take a break before we actually go in and do the heisting.
Yes!
Why don't we do that? Everybody go
this
ahead. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to join us for our very special Honey Heist session of not Agora's Bells. Agora's Bells adjacent.
It seems canon to me.
Right? I'm here for it. I'm trying to sort of like fit things in. I did totally rewatch the episode that this is based on to try to sort of map things out.
And that is episode 11.
Episode 11.
For those of you just joining us who aren't sure exactly when this is taking place during our persistent campaign.
Yes. Let me see. So when we left off before the break, the group was just mostly reuniting before beginning their main heist attempt. This group of various Ursine criminals have been tasked by the arch-existence Polaris. The arch-bear existent? No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I know. I was like, can I? No. Instant regret. By Polaris, a bear arch-existence, to bring her a cask of the winning honey mead from the Candle Nights Festival in a human town. They also have the ability to keep as much of the honey used to make it as they are able to carry. We currently have Tsarmina, the red fox, on a wagon outside of a storage shed, ready as the group's driver to steer them to safety. We have Kodiak Putin, the grisly brains of the operation, rejoining Tad and Tsarmina with a t-shirt uniform for Riskers, the bar that is hosting this competition. And Sunshine, the adorable panda, is rolling around on the main floor of the pavilion as a distraction, and it's super cute. And we will open curtain again for Act 2, the heistening. So you find yourselves outside of this shed. We'll say that you've congregated at this deserted wagon that's like a little ways off from the shed, so you're not really like attracting attention, not yet at least. You do see at the main entrance of the shed that there is a humanoid standing guard. They've got like half plate on and a big long shiny sword hanging from their back. And there is a strange sort of animal creature I'm not sure if any of you would have really seen wandering in your native woods, but it is a sort of cat-like, panther-like creature, but it's got these weird extra arms like waving around it. And it doesn't seem like it's super wild, though. It seems to be working with these humanoids and is sort of pacing back and forth around this shed and will occasionally sort of stop next to the human and like flick its tail, and the human will pat its head. And as you are standing there, you hear a humanoid voice, Sunshine, you are right there. As people are still, sort of like patting you and awing you and looking your way. There is an announcement made that, I think by far this is definitely the best mead that I've ever had. Petunia, your perennial Fey mead, is absolutely the winner of this year's competition.
Oh, that's what we need.
There's a round of applause.
Oh.
Sunshine, what do you do?
We need it. I'm going to walk up to the announcer and just start nuzzling the announcer like a cat.
Excellent. The announcer is the strange humanoid creature with like sort of dark blue skin, long black hair, and his eyes are covered with something. And he's been announcing this. The winner is give me a roll for face. Give me a face roll, so that would be criminal, and double your dice.
Double the dice for criminal?
Yeah.
Okay. I got another 1.
Another
I keep
1?
getting like a really high roll and then a 1. Wait, does this mean I need to keep moving my stuff over?
Yeah, right now you need to move another one into criminal from bear, because your plan has succeeded. So you go and you nuzzle this man, and Risker looks at you and goes, oh, well, I mean, looks like, maybe you've had a little too much already, but Like no, okay. I mean, it is very good. Have you tried this one yet? Oh, well, then you must. It is this year's winner. Here. Petunia. And a little halfling woman with gray hair up in like a big bun comes over with a little tray with like some cups with little samples of the mead.
I want to drink all of them.
You drink all of them. Okay. You are able, if you drink the entire tray, I'll say that this has enough honey mead in it that you can move 1 point from criminal into bear. Yeah, let me just double check real quick that was the right way. I think it is. Yeah,
I think
into
so.
bear. My brain like flips them around. However, as you have this mead, you also feel like sort of special tingling sensation through your body. And you feel like, like maybe I'm really good. I'm gonna be really good at this next thing I try to do. And whether or not it is your specialty, your next roll, you can use 2d6 and choose the lowest. However, this is an effect you can use only once from drinking this liquid. It's like a special boost you get from trying it for the first time.
Oh.
Liquid courage.
Liquid courage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is like the keg of mead there?
You do not see any kegs of mead there, but you see some empty ones being wheeled away around back where, your friends are.
Okay. I'm going to like grunt a thanks and do another nuzzle of both of them and head off towards where the empty ones are going.
Okay. So you go ahead and follow, and you're able to see your group there. If you would like to rejoin them at the wagon, just a little ways off, you may do so, and you are all reunited together with various pieces of information.
All right.
I found which mead is the award-winning mead.
Which one?
That's what we needed, right?
Yes. Which one is it?
I love Sunshine so much.
A daisy.
No,
No, rose. No,
Rose.
violet. No,
Now you're just listing flowers.
petunia. That's it. Petunia's mead.
Are you sure?
Yes.
God damn.
Okay. Okay. Petunias.
All right. Well, I also found where it's at. T6 Mafia coming in for you. Right over there is the lockbox. There's a few guards we're gonna have to get past, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
All you have to do is just hit him with the old sniper dragon 420, am I right?
Exactly. 360.
No scope, baby.
What is that cat?
Oh,
What?
I don't really know. I've never seen a cat like that. I've seen a lot of cats in my days. None like that.
I want to slink down out of the wagon. This cat and its humanoid are in front of the door, yeah, guarding it.
Yes, they are.
Oh my god, are Blossom and Adrian guarding the door to the shed?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's a displacer beast. We shall see.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Oh no.
How dedicated to its job does this presumably a displacer beast seem?
I mean, looking at it, it seems like it's pretty content to be there. It's definitely being diligent as it's surveying the area. You're all still far enough away that it's not like, giving you an eyes or anything yet.
Lean over to Kodiak and be like, dogs chase cats. Maybe
Right.
I can get this cat to chase me.
Perhaps. I like this thought. I like this plan. My idea was to go over there and roar at it until it moved out of the doorway.
Is that not the plan?
No, I like Sarmina's plan better.
Okay. And that was what again?
I'm just gonna stroll out there, bold as brass, big fluffy tail swishing, like.
Sure,
And just
so-
like sit right in the middle of the path and stare at the cat.
Trying to like taunt it.
Yeah, my tail just.
I'll say roll for fox because that seems like a fox kind of thing to do.
Nope, that's 4.
Nah, that's a failure. Ooh,
Yep.
move a point from criminal into Vulpin. And because you're a little bit frustrated as this displacer beast does stare at you, but doesn't give in to the chase. You see almost like a narrowing of the eyes, and one of the like prehensile tentacles sort of flicks. And instead of coming over, it sits down right in the middle of the doors.
I woof at it.
You give it like a little like chirp or whatever.
What does the fox say?
Foxes can actually be pretty vocal. I was looking
You know,
it
they
up.
scream sometimes.
Yeah, they can like scream. They can chirp.
They can laugh. They do like that.
Yeah, so you can make some like really kind of disturbing, like weird fox sounds if you want to.
I'll laugh at it. Sure.
So you laugh at it, which just sort of like makes it frown at you and alarms the humanoid next to it.
Oh no!
And there's like, oh my God, what the hell is that? Is that a cat? Is it sick? Just sort of starts coming towards you, like, you know, not really, you know, kind of like you might be like, does this like thing have like fucking rabies? I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to anyway, like that kind of deal.
I want to do that like the playful dog thing where I like jump up and then like hop a little bit and woof.
Yes.
Give me another like fox roll.
6. Damn it.
6. Is that another failure? Move another
Yeah.
point from criminal into Vulpin.
Oh,
This is
and-
bad, you guys. I'm at 5.
Oh no! So the human sort of stops and is like, "Oh, okay. I guess you're not sick. You seem fine. If you're looking for your human or whatever, go on, get out of here." And he moves back towards his station.
I give up on that plan. Let's go scheme and try and come up with another plan so I can move a point. back to
Sorry, the
criminal.
dice were not with you.
It was a good thought. but
I was gonna
sometimes it doesn't
ask-
go that way.
I was gonna ask if it was like okay if another player like stepped in, like had it, you know, other stuff, but not okay. All right, the brains. All right, I like this idea of distracting weird kitty creature. That way, we can then have good friend Ted snipe a dragon 420 into the shed while they're distracted. Sarmina, you're on cat duty. I will take human.
Yeah.
Does count as scheming? Can I use this to switch a point?
I mean, if you wanted like to switch a point, it would be a flashback to go from Baron to criminal.
Okay. Let's see. And Sunshine. Oh, Sunshine. What should you be doing, my good black and white friend?
I thought I was the brains. I was coming up with the plan, right?
No. We're in so much trouble.
Yeah, you're totally the brains. You're micromanaging Kodiak right now.
Oh, Kodiak, would you like to be managed?
No! I am the head of state, not you.
I don't think he likes that plan.
All right, new plan. Tad the
Leadership
man.
is very hard. Okay.
Tad the man.
New plan. Tad the man gets in there, challenges him to some honey pong. They can't handle the
Oh.
champ, and then we get the honey.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Better than what I was coming up with.
Tad,
Go
are
for-
you, Tad, are you going to approach this guard?
I don't know. I look at everybody else. Hey,
Alright,
I've got
either-
I
confidence.
could say it was a terrible plan, but it seems to be the best we have.
Either that or I go over there and scare them all.
All right,
I mean-
plan B is me. Plan C is you. Then we see what Sunshine's got.
I could just go like roll around on the floor
What if we did all 3 of these at the exact same time?
Oh my god.
Idea.
There's no HP. Can we die?
Idea. We use
I'm invulnerable.
we
I'll take
use
it.
Sunshine as a
Invincible.
battering ram.
I mean, if I can't die, like, what is to stop me from running out there and just
can
tackling
turn
the
us.
displacer beast?
You can turn into like a feral bear, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
go
thing is
feral.
it's like even if there's no like damage or whatever, failing or whatever would that course of action would eventually lead
Yeah.
you to one or the other anyway.
You don't have HP in the traditional sense,
It's
but
worth a
like
shot.
you
Yeah.
have a fail state.
Right?
I mean,
Well, yeah, but like,
You know, cartoon rules. Nobody's
Yeah.
getting like speared on Looney Tunes or whatever, but
They fall
like
off
they can
cliffs.
accept that, sure.
Sunshine is actually okay with being used as a battering ram if that's
Can we
what we
do
want to
it?
do.
Can we do it, please? Can we like do it like
There's still
Lion King
guards.
style? Yeah, we're gonna just charge a Lion
Battery
King
through
style.
guards.
Look, I'll challenge him to honey pong on the side. Y'all pick up Sunshine and roll him in there and break down the door.
And that way we don't have to get back in when we come back for more honey later.
Oh wait. I think I have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go do it.
No.
go ahead, what do you do?
So, Sunshine is going to, like, how do I even describe this? Just not going to use her front paws at all. She's just like using her back leg, like her chin's on the ground, and she's using her back legs.
Like scooching? I
doing the
I
dog
totally
butt
know
scoot.
what you're doing. Yeah.
So she's just gonna just like walk, scooch towards the guard and the cat. and moan as if she's in a lot of pain.
Ooh, you're trying to like you're doing get help.
What's supposed to get help?
I'm
Quick,
just,
someone
like,
throw me at him.
Sunshine's just like going in a zigzag, like making circles.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna say give me a criminal roll as face.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh my god. This plan.
All right, I got a 2. That's a success.
Hey! So you begin sort of like worm scooching across. Oh my god, I totally just got a mental image of like Sokka on the cactus juice when he's
Yes!
like worming around. That's pretty much what I'm picturing now.
Yeah.
So the guard and this displacer beast just sort of like their heads are like following Sunshine. It's just like going back and forth, and they're like, something's in the water today. What the? And, the
Well,
guard
and
will
she's essentially just not going to stop until they check on her.
yeah. So I'll say the human will start making their way over there. And it's sort of like, oh my god, Dreadpaw, do you know anything about bears? Do you know whose owner is this? Oh my god. There, Ranger! And Dreadpaw sort of rolls their eyes, and the displacer beast gets up and like moseys over.
And I'm going to switch from scooting to rolling.
like you've got like a tummy ache, like
Yeah.
oh,
Yep.
excellent.
And
All
just
right.
slowly like roll away, moaning.
Classic. The door is now unguarded. What would you like to do?
I grab Tad and batter that door down.
Let's do it.
it. Classic.
Impulsive. Leroy J.
I would also like to point out, Alex, this is not the first time mine and your character has used one of each other as a battering ram.
Right.
So anyways, let's get on with this.
Fantastic.
It's a classic Alex and Chris as
It's
players together.
Classic shenanigans.
I love it. Give me a roll for bear because this is like a thing by force.
Fuck yeah. Too bad I wasn't the muscle. I failed with a 5.
Oh no! So you take Tad. Yeah, as you go running in, you bang his head into these metal bars, and there is like this horrible clank of like skull on metal. But as that happens, there is also an actual like bong sound that is deafening, and your ears kind of hurt. And everybody, the guards, the displacer beasts, the humanoids around you, all kind of like looks around, and you can see far in. Yes.
How wide are the bars apart?
They're pretty narrow.
Yeah, I'm just like
Could
on
I
my
dig
ass,
them out?
looking at Sarmina, like, all right, you're up. I don't know. You're back in the rotation.
Well, everyone
is
is
Sunshine
distracted.
still distracting everybody?
Well, you don't need to be, because with that bonging sound, you all realize that it didn't come from you. This came from someplace far away, in the distance. And accompanying it, like, you sort of have this ringing in your ears. And you, Sunshine, look up and you see both the displacer beast and the human are looking distractedly, like, off somewhere. And you look to see where they're looking, and you see this cloud of dust far off in the distance, just sort of billowing from somewhere. You all have this ringing in your ears as you're sort of, like, looking around. Sarmi and I believe you're still at the wagon right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are perched on, like in the seat of the wagon, like, you know, waiting for everybody to load it up, ready
Actually,
to go.
I think I got down from the wagon. I'm behind it now.
Sure. So now you are behind the wagon, and you're just sort of like watching. You've got Kodiak and Tad, just sort of like on their asses in front of the door right now, looking around, and you can follow where Sunshine and the guards are looking, and you also see this cloud of dust. But you are also facing the town. And you see on the rooftops around you dark humanoid figures that begin to attack the humanoids in the city below. And as your hearing kicks back in, you hear like all of these yells and screams. Sunshine, the guard, and the displacer beast around you turn their attention totally away from you. And you see the human drawing the sword, and the like hackles on the displacer beast go up, and they both go off. To begin dealing with this mayhem that is now broken out within the bookends. But you are still faced, guardless now at least, with this barred and locked door. What would you all like to do?
Are the bars stuck in the ground?
No, it's like a sort of security door that's just sort of meant to make it harder to break in, pretty much.
Hell, we're all digging animals except for the panda, I think. Can we dig our way under it?
Sunshine will come over and just start like gnawing at the
There is
bars.
a padlock?
Oh, I'm a thief. I will try to pick it with my claws.
Go ahead. Yeah, you pop out your sun bear claws. Give me a criminal roll, double your dice.
2, I win.
Ah, excellent. You're sort of like, you know, wiggling your claw around in a bit, listening to it with one of your little round bear ears, and you hear the tumblers all fall into place, and it clicks, and this door creaks open.
Yeah, I took a class on that at BCU, guys. You should really enroll.
Excellent. So you are now able to make your way inside. There is an internal door. As you enter, you find yourself faced with a long sort of hallway that, as you see it, doesn't make any sense because it is way too long to actually fit in the shed that you're looking at. And you'll get the sense that, you know, most of you have sort of hung around some humans at least. There's like some kind of weird like magic shit going on here.
Oh my lord, is this like a freaking interdimensional space?
We found the TARDIS, you guys.
Are we at Clara's house?
Yo, is this like a portal to the Feywild where they just like get berry bees?
They're
and
just
make
gonna
honey
drop
from them?
us into the Feywild. Good luck, bears and fox.
It's an inside space. It's just like weirdly expanded. Like almost like there's a different building inside of this other building.
Any barrels?
Not from where you can see, but there is another door at the end of this hallway.
Oh, we want to go in that door.
Yeah, go for the door.
Sure. Are you just marching on in and opening it up?
Slinkily, I'm a fox. I shall be
Slinkily.
sly.
Excellent. Go ahead and open the door and then give me a roll for fox.
Thank God, I thought you were going to say criminal and I was really nervous.
By the way, Sam, when I failed that bear check earlier, I moved a point from criminal to bear, right?
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, that should have happened. I'm bad at remembering to add that sometimes.
No, I just wanted to make sure I did it correctly. I can do it myself, I just wanted to make sure I did it correctly.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. That was the success?
Yes.
Awesome. So you go in, and as you open the door, you're sort of like whiskers sense this like change in the air, and you jump out of the way, and this sort of like zigzag of bright green light like zips by and hits like the wall next to you and fizzles into nothing, but nothing happens because you were able to deftly avoid this trap. And as you look inside, you see an even bigger warehouse room that now is lined with kegs and kegs of different kinds of meads.
Big pot.
And in the center, you do see this stash of kegs of mead, as well as smaller, like things that you all immediately recognize as jars of honey that are just very neatly piled around.
Load them up! Get them to the wagon!
We got him.
Yeah, I
Okay.
very, very cautiously like put one foot through the door.
Oh wait, I have the employee
Sure.
t-shirt. What am I doing?
Does it trigger a trap again?
You did do that. No, as you put your foot through the door, you think that you triggered like the only defense that was at least there.
Excellent. I bound on in and go for the barrels.
Okay, so do you try to like lift some, or like are you moving things, moving honey?
I'm pretty small, so I'm just gonna try and like tip one over and roll it out.
Sure. And what's everybody else doing?
And I'm going for the petunias mead.
Sure, yeah.
I'm... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm grabbing one of those wagons, making it look like I'm working. I'm gonna look like a worker with my Goliath XL shirt.
Sure. So you like sort of pop back out to get one of the wagons that's right outside. There's still mayhem going on. So you're like this very serene looking bear in like a way too small Risker's employee shirt, like chipperly wheeling a like wheelbarrow back to the warehouse, like I'm acting naturally, while there's like screams and smoke in the background.
Yes. Yes.
And as you actually go back outside, you do see another cloud of smoke and like dust kind of drifting its way towards the city from a distance. It's not like dangerous or anything, but like even your bear, like your little bear brain is like something fucking weird just happened. And you're able to bring the wheelbarrow back inside, and you all begin loading it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna pop one and take a drink as well
Yeah.
to hopefully move a point to bear.
Yes,
That's
you absolutely may.
cool.
Anybody who would like to can consume some honey and or mead to move a point.
Sick.
Move a point from bear to criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm also going to
Oh, no,
take
from
some of the
criminal
honey.
to bear is
Oh,
what
from
you
criminal to
get.
bear.
It's the flashback to go from bear into
Yeah.
criminal.
So, Sunshine is going to take a bunch of the honey, but also like unscrew some of the jars and just like pour it into her fanny packs.
Amazing.
And it's a mess.
Yeah, there's
Kodiak.
like sticky honey like in the zipper now.
Oof. Kodiak is imbibing in the honey and like chugs 2 bottles of it, just double fisting honey.
Classic.
Sarmina's
I want
all
honey.
business.
All right, so Sarmina is sort of beginning to roll things over to the wheelbarrow. Tad, what are you up to?
I'm gonna sip my honey and then I'm gonna help out Sarmina.
Okay. So you all consume your honey, you can move your points accordingly. As you begin loading up the wheelbarrow, you get maybe like almost half of this pile of like kegs and honey pots loaded up into it, just stacked almost comically high, like kind of teetering a little bit. When Tad, you hear a loud clicking sound And your thief brain is like, ah, shit. And you look down underneath the keg that you just lifted up, and you see what looks like a crystal that's been like melted into the ground underneath it. And this crystal is glowing red all of a sudden. You don't think that was happening a minute ago.
Y'all, I know this is a lot of fun. It's been cool. We've gotten a lot of honey out of this. It's time to go. I tripped a trap. Let's move it.
Oh,
The wagon. Get to the chopper.
All right, so you all like finish like loading things up and go to start pushing the wagon out. As you're making your way, you do see that crystal also begins to blink slowly and like gradually begins hurrying up.
It's a bomb. Okay.
We get a badass explosion in the background.
You make your way down the hall, and the door to the outside sort of blows open with this gust of very cold wind. And what looks like a cloud, like, sort of swirls and forms inside.
Oh, no.
And a creature that you all recognize, sort of similar, Kodiak. This looks almost like that big hairy guy that you got your shirt from, but he's not quite the same.
Oh no,
we're in so much trouble.
It's cooling.
Oh god, oh no.
And he's got like just a face of concern, in like an expression of concern on his face. But you also see he's got these sort of glowy eyes that kind of remind you of Polaris's. And he looks around like sort of like he's like ready to like hit something, and then sees you all and just sort of stops for a minute and is like, okay, well, what are you all doing here? You can like talk. You kind of get the sense he has an arch existence and he can actually understand you.
You're doing a favor for Polaris.
He'll sort of look at you and go, I do actually kind of sense Polaris on all of you. Okay, well, I got this sort of sensation that something really wrong was going on here. I was just inspecting that big crashing sound, and now I'm back here, and I knew that this was going to happen. It might hurt some people that are very important to me in the city, so you should probably get to move on, and I will deal with this. And one of his hands sort of starts glowing. And he'll be like, you better hurry. Tell Polaris I say hello.
Tad's like just dumbfounded, wide-eyed, just shaking his head. Yeah.
Take our honey and go.
All right, so you can begin pushing your way. Yes.
they just let us get away with that. We should do this more.
That fella is not part of bourgeoisie for sure.
Seems like a cool guy.
Pretty good. Tad, you smelled like a lot of smells you remember from your days at BCU.
That's real.
Yeah, you two like sort of have that moment of like eye contact of stuff.
Bro nod.
Yeah, you recognize. Game recognize this game.
These 5 years of gap years have really instilled in me that I should go back.
You should go back. Have you considered military service to the state?
No.
The state being me.
My god, classic. Okay, so you have your loaded up wagon, you're getting everything going. Who is going to try to pull the wagon whilst Tsarmina steers and drives?
Definitely not.
I look at Kodiak.
In the motherland, I was the one who pulled the Tachankas into war. I shall pull our wagon. A Tachanka is a horse-drawn carriage with a machine gun in the back of it. Fun fact.
Thank you. Today I learned.
Kodiak Putin has military service confirmed.
Oh my god. Excellent. Kodiak Putin fought in the God Wars.
Yes, it's confirmed. Kodiak Putin's a veteran of the God Wars. Fought for Polaris.
Bear!
Do bears even live that long?
I don't think so.
This bear does.
I do now.
Okay.
Magic bears do, sure.
Hey, look, Tank Bear makes it to space someday. Just roll with it.
All right, so give me a driver roll. Tsarmina, you can roll 2 and give me the lowest. And I need a roll for bear from Kodiak just to see if you're able to like haul it now that it's also so weighted down. That was a 1 for driving.
Yup.
Excellent.
Did a very good roll. It was a 2 and a 1.
Kodiak?
Yes. What am I rolling? Driver?
Bear. Yeah.
Bear. All right.
You're not the driver.
What was that?
1.
1. Okay, so you both succeed. Movement points from bear into criminal. Your plan is going great so far. You make your ways out. Now that you have a wagon, however, you can't go back out the same way you came. You need to get to like the road, or you're gonna need to like offload things and carry stuff into the forest somehow.
Is
it's
everyone
like,
still panicky?
yeah, there is still shit going on right now.
Who's gonna give a fuck about a wagon in this scenario?
Exactly. You think it might be a reasonable thing. There's still like crossbow bolts and magic going around everywhere, but
Do I still have the keg bomb?
the keg bomb. Oh no, the bomb, that wasn't the bomb itself. That was
Oh,
just
thank
like a
God.
keg.
Okay.
You got that. Your thief knowledge would say that like that crystal itself had been like was going to be like
Gotcha.
at the center of this blast.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay, so are you gonna try to make your way through the town?
I say we fake it till we make it.
Yep.
Just look confident and go.
Sure. Let me see. How do I want to make you do this? Give me another roll for driver, Sarmina, because you've got to sort of navigate through like these crowds of running humanoids.
Double 6s.
Double 6s. Okay. So you make it almost towards like the edge of town, right? Well, like, were you trying to get out towards that main way, or were you just going to go back to the way you came in and carry things?
I think the main way.
Okay, so you start making your way back out through the way out, and unfortunately, as you're going, you like can see the exit, the main exit for the city. Like, you know, it's maybe only like a couple hundred like yards away. It's within eyesight, but you hit a pothole that you don't see, and one of the wheels on the wagon sort of like becomes rickety, and you hear a cracking sound as it breaks, and the wagon will not go any further.
All right, being brains that I am, it is time for a little engineering. I'm gonna take the lids from one of the kegs and try and replace the wheel that broke.
Ooh, I like that. Give me a roll for criminal, and you are the brains. So yeah, give me a 2d6 roll. I like that a lot.
That's really smart.
That is very smart.
This is why I pack extras even when I do 2d6 system, because I drop them all the time.
Mood.
That is a fail by 1. 3 out
Oh, you go and
Good
you're
idea.
still all just like worked up from that, you know, your daring escape and from having just pulled the cart, and you actually just snap the lid of the cask in half while you're trying to fit it on.
of 2. There is no my own strength.
What would you like to do? As you've taken the time to do this now, it's starting, there's still sort of like patches of conflict going on, but things have definitely are dying down and slowing down. It definitely looks like those hooded cloaked figures have lost whatever fight is happening right now.
Any other ideas? Any other ideas? Oh, Chris, by the way, my idea to makeshift a new wheel didn't work.
Okay, so we're down a wheel, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are
Okay.
down a wheel still.
All right.
So it looks like we just got robbed in New York City.
Shit.
All are bears, right?
I will be
just-
a wheel.
Yeah, can we use sunshine as a wheel?
I don't even know how that works.
I was just gonna like have Sunshine like hold the axle and walk like.
Oh, I gotcha. And just sort of like hop, hop, hop,
No,
like
no.
as you
No, I
go.
think it's funnier
No.
if she holds the axle like sideways and rolls.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
what I was picturing.
Yes, I imagining
Trying to
Sunshine
like bend herself.
hugging over the hub, like
Yeah.
over the wheel, and then like is actually the wheel
Like
as
just
the
thump, thump,
wagon
thump,
rolls.
thump, thump, thump.
Yeah, basically.
That's what
I
I
mean, if that's what you would like to do.
Yes. Don't even say
It's
is that
better
what I would
narratively.
like to do?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Give me a roll for
that a
bear
barrel roll?
sunshine. Yeah, because it's like a strength based.
It's a barrel
thing.
roll.
Oh my god.
Barrel-
I like
barrel
it.
roll.
Do a barrel roll.
I somehow succeed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Sunshine's the
amazing.
MVP of this fucking heist.
Oh, this is so good. So I like the mental image of Sunshine like gripping it and like sort of like wrapping herself around the axle in like a fetal position. So she's just like thump, thump, like with like her head like hitting the ground like as you go. Thump, 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 thump. And you make your way out of the town. You do pass.
So much brain damage.
I feel like Sunshine might have already passed that point. So you make your way downtown rolling fast, and you pass many scenes of like these humanoids recovering from this battle. There's just like all of these just grisly scenes of hooded and cloaked figures sprawled out on the ground, not moving at all. You see some of the like civilians and the armored humans from the town are also hurt and injured. One particular scene, like just as you're about to head back out of town, you actually recognize your new friends Bul and Yang among a group of other humanoids. You also recognize the armored woman and the weird cat lady that you saw earlier. And they're all sort of standing around. They look like they've been through shit. And there's like an unconscious other cat person on the ground in front of them. And it looks like maybe they're all like arguing kind of about something. But Bul and Yang looks over their heads and sees you guys like wheeling out with Sunshine like thumping along. And he just sort of does that like chill guy like grin and nod like, yeah, they made it.
The proud guy looking out in the distance like, they did it.
You know, like he's like, oh yeah, you know, Polaris will be pleased kind of thing, just like recognizing you were on a mission for another arch existence during these candle nights.
Anything to stick it to old Larry again.
Yeah, right? Still better than Larry. And you are all able to make your way back into the glade where you last saw Polaris. It is now nighttime, just before midnight, so you are on time to meet her. And as you wheel into the snowy glade, a familiar snow squall spirals around, and once again you find yourselves face to face with this starry night sky, just massive black bear before you. And she sort of smiles, and if somebody, like, I assume you give her the cask of the mead that you got?
Yeah.
Excellent. So she takes it up in her paws, and this thing that was pretty sizable, even for a bunch of bears, is just like so minuscule in her paws. And she smiles at you all, and you just see this like beam of light shining out from her mouth between her teeth. And she goes, "You have done well today, my servants. Please bear this mark of my favor, and let all of our world know that you have been declared as my champions this day for your service." And this sort of like glowy white smoke like rolls out of her mouth, and tendrils go to each of you, and you all have a small glowing star on the center of your forehead. And she will just sort of smile, and you watch as the keg disappears into like the shadow darkness of her palms, and she disappears back into another swirl of snow and just says, "Be well, my children. Stay safe, for a bell has broken and dangerous times are ahead." And the snow sort of fades out back towards upwards into the night sky in a glitter of flakes and starlight. And that is your successful honey heist.
Yeah!
Well done, everyone.
Well done.
Bravo.
We did it.
You did it!
Touch and go there
Very
for a
proud
second,
of you.
but we
There were
made it.
some really rough rolls.
There were.
I was worried there for a moment.
You don't have to do this if you would like. You could do like a sort of like post-credits epilogue of like telling us what your character got up to in the days after this very successful heist. That's something that I've done like sometimes, but I didn't think to like let you know ahead of time that might be a thing, so I don't feel like you have to.
This is too much power.
Well, I'll go, I guess.
Yeah, it can be ridiculous. Do it up.
So Tad, inspired by his new friends and Bulin Yang, decided to go back to BCU. Take a few credits, tip his toe in, and he actually decided to take about 6 more gap years after that semester. So he's still working on it. But in the meantime, he's been traveling around with Brody, selling the cheesers, and just hanging out, living life. Still the champ at Honey Pong.
I love it. I feel like I went to school with so many Tads.
Right.
This is actually just my roommate from freshman year. I didn't have to.
Oh my lord.
Rehearse.
That's fantastic.
Woof.
Sarmina is a mystery. She takes her share of honey and vanishes into the snowy wood, and you never see her again, but you hear whispers of a fox thief,
Oh my goodness.
incredible driver, out somewhere in the world.
I just like to
Canon.
I like
Yeah.
to imagine it's like the plot. It's like the movie Drive, but instead of Ryan Gosling, it's Sarmina.
I love it so much. Okay, Kodiak or Sunshine?
All right. Sunshine hasn't moved. Sunshine is essentially in the same spot.
Just like forever.
Sunshine kept as much of the honey as she could hoard and is just sitting there with the honey and the sticks and the bamboo.
Just slowly aging.
It's a good life. It's not much, but it's an honest living.
I love it. I imagine like over time, maybe like smaller woodland creatures like come upon you and they're like, what the hell is this champion of Blair's doing? Should we like do something? And they just kind of start like serving you. Like you become like their lesser like deity.
Thank you. Can I
Saint
do you have more
Sunshine.
bamboo? Do you have more
They will
bamboo?
bring you all the twigs and sticks they can find.
Oh, this is good shit. Yeah.
So good. Kodiak.
All right, Kodiak Putin, with his newfound wealth, returns to the motherland and distributes the honey amongst the proletariat,
Yes.
and therefore starts his own nation in the cold motherland called the Union of Soviet Woodland Creatures Republics. And
I love it.
leads these woodland creatures to great heights that even druids themselves seek out. The bear dictator Kodiak Putin.
Is your flag like a keg with a star on it?
Totally. It's totally like instead of a hammer and a sickle, it's just like a honey wand is the hammer
Yes.
instead, and instead of a sickle, it's like a bear paw.
Oh my god, I love it. That's fantastic. It's a bear claw,
Yes.
like just like one like claw
Yes.
that's been like, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
it.
So
That is
Kodiak,
so good.
Chris, is that canon? Is there a bear nation now?
Canon.
All
Canon.
right.
Amazing.
It's all canon. Oh man, Chris, thank you so much for letting me fuck around in your setting so much.
Sure, it was a pleasure.
Amazing.
And thank you, Sam, for running this. I love this.
Oh, it was
Also-
so much fun.
Today, Sam messages me, what was the name of Kit's Displacer Beast? And I was like, oh shit, Kit had a Displacer Beast.
Yeah.
That's cool. I completely forgot.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we all tried writing it as part
Yeah.
of the Candle Nights Festival.
Yes, you did.
It certainly was.
It certainly was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I mean, that is it for us. We are finished a little bit early, so Honey Heist tends to go quicker than like D&D proper does.
Yeah, there's a lot fewer rules to worry about.
Generally, yeah, and I'm so proud of y'all for your point management because that was getting close.
Oh yeah,
I was really nervous.
I
Well,
made
it's-
sure at the end there when I chugged the 2, I went 5 bear, 1 criminal because I was like,
Ooh.
look, I'm gonna just make sure I get a bear check, and then I failed it.
Oh my god, so you were so close. That's
I was
amazing
so
though.
close.
That was so much fun. I haven't had anybody actually like lose it yet, so
Oh,
it's a matter of time. Next time. I'm
Kinda
gonna have to
thought
run a
Sarmina
steam
was
spell
gonna-
one.
what's up, Lucy?
Kind of thought Sarmina was gonna lose it for a little bit.
It's all
It
good.
was touch and go there.
I'd do this
Close.
again.
Yes.
Fun.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Maybe someday I will run a steam heist. We can like.
So- That'd be awesome.
My friend Colin earlier was like, I think now it's just a rule that you have to run a cannon honey
It's
heist
okay.
for all of your games, and I'm like, that's pretty fantastic.
Yep.
Amazing.
Spell actually has a bear god you could use already written into the lore.
Oh yeah, still gonna make my own. No, just kidding. I'll be using that one. But I might just make like a bear saint or two or something. I don't know.
Go
We'll
for
see.
it. I actually have it as a headcanon, which Abby always tells me that it's your setting, so it's actual.
Yeah, it's
Headcanon is
just
canon.
canon. Yeah.
I mean, there is a dog saint. Why can't there be a
Oh.
bear saint?
No, are they the goodest boy?
Yes, Saint Bernard was the goodest boy, and is the reason Maximus's breed is named Saint Bernard's.
Okay, my heart
Nice.
just grew.
My heart
Alright.
just grew 3 sizes.
Seriously.
I'm not a Grinch anymore.
Thank you so much for everybody joining us. I guess now we can go around and do our like outros and stuff. I guess let's start with Lucy.
I am Bluebird Draws on Twitter. You can find me on Steam Spell and Agora's Bells as Cat Steel and Benenwin Lielo. I run elsewhere on the first Tuesday of every month. And very soon, I'm going to start running Clockwork Hearts, which is Chromatic Chimera's first podcast affiliate. Excuse me.
Woo!
And I have a podcast called Odyssey Exploration and Research.
That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lucy. Wonderful job tonight. I really loved. I love that you wanted to play a fox, by the way. Like, thanks for wanting to do that.
It was super fun. Thank you for running it. And thank you for
Oh.
letting me play a fox.
My pleasure. I want everybody to get to like just live their best freaking life for this game. All right, let's I guess go clockwise, and we'll have Alex next.
Oh, hi. I'm Alex. You probably know me as Mr. Puddins on the internet. Let's see. I am the GM of Steam Spell. That will be coming back and picking up again on the 6th of next week, Wednesday. Things are really crazy right now. If you like weird, like, psycho narratives, if you're like into like Psychonauts, like that video game, which is super obscure, I don't even know why I would say if you're into that. If you're
It's
into,
just dated, I think, more than anything these days.
right? If you're into like existential dreamy shit, this is the time. This is your shit. Tomorrow's Agora Spells. I'll be in that. Check it out. I've got stuff coming up, but just keep an eye on my stuff and you'll hear about it. Keep an eye on the Chromatic Chimera stuff and keep your eyes and peepers open for May's calendar as we move into the next month.
Yeah, we got some good stuff coming up. Chris.
Hello, I am Chris. I run the aforementioned Agora's Bells. That will be tomorrow. Come watch us fight the ill-fated. It's going to be a complete 180 from this fun-loving session. It's kind of the climax of a few story arcs, I guess, or at least leading into some more story arcs. It's kind of early in the arc for a climax. But anyways, it's going to be pretty cool, where they finally tracked down some bad guys they were looking for. I am in Steam Spell. I am in Elsewhere. I also run Dead Winter. Speaking of heists, this Friday we're going to be pulling a museum heist. The party kind of put together that somebody had been encased inside of a golden coffin that they are trying to now steal from a museum. So that will be really interesting. City of Mist is a great system, and it has heist rules built right in. So I'm looking forward to kind of using those and their Fortune's Row supplement if you want to check that out. That's all I got, I think.
Awesome. Thank you. And Abby.
Hello, I'm Abby, also known as D8-Bit Gaming. I don't do a ton on the channel at the moment, but that's just because gestures and everything. But I am an amateur dice maker, and I am opening my handmade dice shop probably later this week or very early next week. So if you like handmade dice and click clacks and shiny math rocks. Make sure you keep your eye on my Twitter and or join my Patreon if you do not want to wait to get them, because Patreons get dibs first.
They are the prettiest click clacks.
They're so gorgeous.
I can't wait for my blossom dice.
I don't know why they haven't arrived yet.
I think it's just like the mail is all held up and stuff, but
Maybe.
I'm excited because they're so pretty. Okay, and that brings us to me. Hey everybody, I have been your mastermind of the evening. I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I am Samwise_GameG here on Twitch. I'm trying to make the effort of getting back into streaming video games on my own channel a little bit more. So if you like, Stardew Valley or Elder Scrolls Online, give me a follow here. I'm also a disability advocate and a TTRPG streamer. Come and see me tomorrow in Agora's Bells, where I play Blossom, the cat lady that everybody ran into on their way into the city. And I am also in Steam Spell next Wednesday. I will be in Dead Winter this coming Friday for our exciting museum heist. I am also in Elsewhere on the first Tuesday of the month, which will be, crud, that's this Tuesday, isn't it? Like next Tuesday, rather?
Next week.
Oh my god, yes, fancy party. This is pretty much Eglantine's prom, I realized, so.
Fancy party where Eglantine and Gabe are going to hang out.
Yes,
Maybe
yes,
some
they
rich-
are.
Ew, gross! And on Mondays, starting May 11th, come and see me play with No Initiative right back here at the Chromatic Chimera for our new campaign, Wildmount, Daring, and Divine. We are playing a 10-session series set in the world of Critical Role using their newest source book, which has some really cool stuff in there that I'm very excited to try out. So come and check that out. Also, just don't forget to check out our wonderful sponsor, Tabletop Loot, here at the Chromatic Chimera. You can enter code SHIELDMOM, all in lowercase, I almost said numbers, all in lowercase letters, to get 15% off of your purchase. They make beautiful click-clacks, like these babies. They're so shiny, and you should check them out. And I think that's all that we have going on. Do we have somebody to raid tonight?
Yeah, I've got it handled.
Awesome. Who we raiding?
Nightheart Gaming. They're doing some makers and crafting stuff. If you're in like mini painting and stuff, they're really talented at making terrain and mini painting.
Oh, yeah.
And they also make really good D&D content. So definitely
They're good
give them.
beans.
They are wonderful people. Give them a follow when you drop in chat if you aren't following already, and give them our love.
Yes, and thank you again so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead of you, and we'll see you tomorrow for Agora's Bells.